So this Thursday for the UK, a bill was rushed through Parliament in the Great Wash-up, as it were. In fact, it is a wash-up. Wash-ups are usually for the for the US audience that are listening to this. Basically, wash-up is any bills that government want to get through before they get dissolved. They kind of use this period to get through all loads of bills, which end up becoming law. And the recent bill that you may or may not have heard about is the Digital Economy Bill. The Digital Economy Rights Bill, I think it's new. Digital Economy Bill, sorry. Yeah, that's right. And the big thing for this is because government have been lobbied and lobbied hard by corporations because they want to keep their copyrights. And the big problem with this bill is it's complete and utter fucking bollocks. It's like we gamers got a problem at the moment with the DRM schemes, also known as digital rights management, where they kind of put things into games like rootkits and stuff to make sure that we're good customers and we're not doing any pirating. Which actually what it's doing is saying big fuck you to the customer, we'll have another £60 and fuck you again. But that's another rant I'll get into at a different point. There are loads of problems with this bill. The biggest laugh of it is the fact that they've decided that you could have your internet suspended if you are deemed to be downloading illegal stuff, which is a bit silly because if somebody hacks into my account and downloads stuff, I get fucked for something that I haven't done. But there's no way for them to prove that. What was the other one? If there was a website that is conducting in copyright infringement, or has the potential to do so, which I suppose is maybe anyway, that site can be ordered blocked by our government. Which pretty much sounds like a fucking Minority Report, you know? I may actually do that. I mean, who has the rights to tell me that? I mean, the problem with my website, well, once I get it changed and things, is the cynical gamers going on it, which means that some of the recorded stuff that I've done for my video games is on it, which is a potential to be copyrighted. I'm about to finish a remake of a game called Robber from the old Spectrum days, which is pretty much arguably copyright infringing if the original author decides yes he's doing it, which he probably wouldn't. Actually, Keith Mitchell, it was Keith Mitchell that did it, and it was many years ago. In fact, it was 1983. But the point is, you know, government might look at that anyway and go, well, he's remaking old games, he could have the potential to remake a game that could induce copyright infringement, bang goes his website. And it's like, I'm sorry, but this is ridiculous. Especially when, if I'm remaking an old game, and you're coming out with a brand new one at some point, aren't I helping you to increase sales? Isn't this kind of the whole free advertising kind of thing? Because there are people that kind of want to sit there and, you know, play an old game and then go, oh, there's a new one, or the new people will play the new game and go, oh, I wonder what the old ones were like, and go back and do those. It's just one of those things. I mean, I've done it, everybody else has done it. It happens. And for you to turn around and say, well, no, sorry, copyright's going in front of that and we're going to stop all that, you're kind of shooting yourselves in your foot. And you're stifling creativity in a lot of ways, because if a load of people want to learn how to program or whatever, how can they do it if they can't think of anything creative? They'll think, oh, I know, I'll remake an old game that I used to like. and you're saying no, can't do that now. You know, in a lot of ways, if you're going to do that, I think sod it. You know, the film industry, you know, when they make all those shitty remakes, I say, well, if you're going to do that to us, fuck them, because I've seen half the remakes, and most of them are bland as shit. And you can't tell me that, you know, if I was one of those people that you were remaking one of my films and it was crap, I'd have it fucked as well. It cuts both ways, people. That's the way I see it. Another bad thing about this, I mean, I've recently downloaded Unreal Gold. Now, I do actually have a copy of Unreal, but stuff's still in boxes and stuff, and I can't find the original copy. And okay, the version that I downloaded is a slight better. It's actually the Gold edition, which includes the expansion pack, which I don't have. Last Friday I went into HMV and was nosing around and actually saw the Unreal Anthology CD, which had Unreal, the expansion pack, Unreal 2, Unreal Tournament, and Unreal Tournament 2004 for like a bargain price of £10 or so. I was like, ooh, I'll have that. So, you know, people do that as well. They'll download old games if they really like them, and if they're out now, for example, they'll go and buy them, and why the hell not? It's, I think Panorama recently put out a documentary showing that most of the illegal downloads, well, the stuff gets bought anyway, so it just beggars belief as to why. Well, actually, it doesn't beg a belief, because basically people want to have control. These companies want to have control over everything, but it's going to end up them shooting themselves in the foot. That's the biggest problem, and I'm really peed off with the fact that only, I think, 20 people turned up to this bill to argue about it for 2 hours, and then everybody went, right, let's get it sorted. And it just goes to show that this government's more interested in being controlled by corporations than what we think, because we're the ones that give them the power in the first place. And it's a big middle finger to one vote, one voice, when actually I've known that one vote, one voice has been bollocks from the start anyway. I mean, especially from when Tony Blair came in, he decided, part of that one, as far as people are concerned, one vote, one voice meant that if you didn't like something, you could protest. That was, you know, okay, you could protest anyway, but at least you could say, yeah, I can do that because I voted. But Tony Blair, when he came into power, after he did a really, you know, bad load of shit, including sticking people in the Iraqi war, which we all know was about oil control anyway, he decided nobody was allowed to protest 1 mile in a radius outside Parliament, which meant, you know, that was a big kind of middle finger of killing our civil liberties of what we're allowed to do, because he didn't want to be shown to know that you know, we weren't happy about it. He knew about it, but it was just a case of, we're going to take those liberties away from you, because we're the government, we can do what the hell you like, and you're British and your apathy is so great that, you know, you can't be asked. Well, I'm going to say one thing on this, on the whole voting thing. You've got two choices here. You can either A, spoil your ballot paper, and hang on a minute, I know exactly what you're thinking, this guy's a fucking moron, why we're listening to him. Now, actually, spoiling the ballot paper hasn't actually been done, and it will result in equal power given to all parties, because nobody's decided anything. And the other thing is that there is an investigation launched as to why loads of people will have spoilt the ballot paper. Now, I think it has to be at least 20 to 40% of the nation that's got to have done this. So I would definitely recommend doing that, because that would show them that we're not happy with them. Or alternatively, instead of voting the usual Labour and Conservative, we just vote Lib Dem instead, because they wouldn't be expecting it. Well, there you go.